So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our conjunction video of the week. And this week, we're going to be covering our conjunction of Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Ketu. And what happens when Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Ketu are conjunct in your horoscope. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this conjunction, what sign is placed in, what nakshatra is placed in, all the other astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultation, and link to my school, Vedic Astrology Academy. So, when you have Sun, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Ketu conjunction, first of all, like I've been saying in every video of my 5 planetary conjunctions, that whenever there's a cluster of planets, like 4 or 5, naturally it brings a confusion in a person. Confusion on a path, confusion with the relationships that these planet represents. Okay, the aim of life becomes confused because within one single destination, which is the house, you have 5 different paths. And you're like, which path do I take? Do I take this, and this? And usually what I see is that whenever I see a cluster of planets and a person is confused, usually their path always goes towards divinity. Path always goes towards the hidden knowledge, research, occult, mysticism. And the other thing that this conjunction takes a person is in politics. But first of all, as you know, Sun represents the father. Mars represents male friends, brothers. Jupiter represents, elder sibling, meaning elder siblings of your father. Saturn represents, the servants and the older, mature people within the home. Jupiter is also the guru. Jupiter is also children. And so if a female has this particular conjunction, usually children come in late. And there's always a C-section that is involved, especially if this kind of conjunction occurs in the 11th house, 5th house. You bet that there's going to be a C-section, or in the 8th house. And the other thing we also see is that for a female, their husband would be a natural engineer, naturally a technical person. And usually this can also take a person into fields of law and statistics and logic. Usually a woman desires a much older man, much mature man. Like, even if a woman is like 17 years old, 15 years old, like in high school, she would not want to date anybody from high school. She wants somebody mature. She wants somebody older, somebody who can kind of understand the needs, the actual real world needs of the person. So they always look for established person. They always look for the guy who looks good on paper, who even look, and necessarily they don't care for the looks as much as they look for stability, as much as they look for maturity, because they do love to settle down with this type of a conjunction. Because remember, the confusion is there. So usually they don't want to waste time, because these naturally, the energy of these planets are making the person confused. And in a man's chart, this can bring about quite even in a woman's chart too, quite a distant, cold relationship with the father and one's teachers and gurus. One finds the wisdom in life through sheer discipline, sheer structure, boundaries, limitation towards how much you get to know. Like usually this person has limited amount of wisdom, but the wisdom that they know is very strongly embedded. They know this wisdom. They know this wisdom inside out. They may not be able to get more wisdom because Saturn kind of like restricts how much wisdom are you supposed to get, how much knowledge you're supposed to get, how much intelligence you're supposed to get, how much work are you supposed to do. So there's just this limitation, and there's this love for old culture, love for, older technology. Like one probably wants to read the books of Michelangelo, read the books of Vedas, how the technology was developed back in the days. So it's quite a traditional person with values, but again, angry, prone at the same time. You got three very hot planets, which is Jupiter, Mars, and Sun. Very cold planet Sun. So one is angry and quite cold in nature. Okay. So, and then also, especially in female's chart, this will bring about delays in having children. Like usually a person will have children in their early 30s, mid 30s with this conjunction. And, you know, one of the other things that you have to understand is when somebody is confused in life, when somebody doesn't know what their path is, what they need to follow, what they should achieve, they usually become very irritated. They become very egotistical. They try to show that, no, I know my path. I know what I want. I know who I am. Because of the fact they feel like they just don't know who they are or nobody understands them. They can really get frustrated with things. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Ketu conjunction. And remember, because of the fact Ketu is involved, this is why there's that separation of ego, separation of understanding your path. You know, separation of understanding even one's own divinity. Because you've got Ketu, which is a moksha karaka, meaning letting go of everything. Usually this type of a person can let go of their friendship, let go of their wisdom, let go of their, gurus and counselors. Because Ketu, in a way, it is a malefic planet. It's also the planet that causes confusion. So again, like 5 planetary conjunctions, especially with Ketu, I mean, this is like just a person is headless running around like a chicken. Not knowing what they're doing, they just do it. Okay? So anyway, guys, this was my analysis. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your conjunctions are placed, all the other astrological details, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.